So this amazing video series has been a great hit, especially Google Analytics shot up like 50% from the other videos. So it's a really good sign that this is the pulse of the audience. So thank you guys for liking these videos. And I think I'll continue to do this. Probably the other some even said, why don't you do the adverse effects of it, right? So you have the 5 amazing things. Why don't you do something like 5 horrible things? So yeah, that's a good thing as well. If your graha is in afflicted position, then what are the things that you may have. So yeah, probably I'll do that. But this video, ladies and gentlemen, is for Keshavan. This video is for you because first of all, you suggested me, so thank you for that. But you are also one of my oldest clients. You've been taking my consultation for years now, and a great supporter in both my Facebook and YouTube channel. So thank you, Keshavan, for being there. Okay, so what are the 5 things? Now, before going into that, prerequisites, okay? Number 1, this may not hit all the things that you have. If you have Jupiter in 12, chances are you may not get all the hits, right? But you'll get at least 3 of it. Okay, why? Is because each and every chart is unique. There's a plethora of things that we need to check in order for us to say with confidence that this is what's going to happen, right? So it's very important for you to understand that. Jupiter in the 12th, if you have, doesn't mean that these are the things that you may have. It can go the other way around as well. All right. The second thing is these houses are interconnected. They are not detached. They are not separate entities. The houses, as I keep saying in the previous videos as well, the houses are disjoint, which means it has some connection with the previous one, the one which is in the flanked with each other or the adjacent ones. Okay, in this case we're talking about the 12th, so which means there is a residual outcome from the 11th which goes to the 12th. So to understand the 12th, one needs to know what is the 11th in the first place, right? So the 11th is the house of hopes, dreams, aspirations, the empire that you're building, the business, the relationship that you're having, the things you really want to do in life, your dreams, your goals, aspirations, where you want to be in the next 5 years, and all these things is in the 11th house. It's aptly called as the Labha Bhava, or house of gains, right? So the 12th is how do you handle these gains? When you're in the position, you have the very blissful relationship, you have a huge empire, your business is huge, your health is in perfect, and you have a great relationship with the people, and everything is nice, everything is beautiful. But when something goes wrong, how do you deal with that? That is the 12th house. Okay, so now let's go into the 5 amazing things if you have Jupiter in the 12th. Number 1 is emotional convalescence, meaning when you have a problem, all right, say for example you're in a relationship for years and all of a sudden it didn't work, there's a breakup. Okay, so the pangs of pain and the things that you go through, I've had clients who have gone through even suicidal cases as well because of this separation. They couldn't accept the fact that the relationship is no longer there. I've seen in my life, through my friends, and of course as professionally as an astrologer, I've seen many clients going through hell because of this kind of separation. So how do you deal with this? Yes, we all are emotional beings. Okay, we must feel pain, we must feel sadness, we need to grieve, we need to be moody sometimes. That's what we are as humans, right? But how fast do you recover from it? Okay, how fast do you move on, sort of, right? So this is what we call as emotional convalescence, or the equanimity for you to rise again. Okay, to say, okay, yeah, this problem happened, fine, I take it as my karma, and I'm going to move on. Now, how fast is for some people, it just never heals, right? It goes on and on and on. It becomes even worse. It becomes resentment, it becomes hatred, it becomes all these worse things. Eventually they'll have depression, anxiety disorders and all that, because they just cannot accept the fact, denial, right? So how fast you recover is what emotional convalescence is basically. So Jupiter the 5th gives these people very fast recovery from this kind of painful traumatic events. Okay, second thing is acceptance. Yes, you have the will to change the situation. Say that, okay, yes, again about the relationship example. So you have a bad breakup and from this person, and this person is not going to come back again, so you're feeling it, but then you soon recover because your convalescence is short. You came back, but it's still there. It's still there. So how do you really, it's not about suppressing it, right? But how do you get rid of it is true only one thing: acceptance. You really come think about it, right? I want you to pause the video right now, really think about this. Acceptance is the only medicine, is the only remedy out there to solve these traumatic, painful events. You lost your business, okay? Something happened to your child, for example. These are like great painful things, right? The only other way for you to do this, death in the family, the only way for you to move on is acceptance. Acceptance with the belief, okay, in Almighty and your spiritual and your dharmic path. All right. So that's the second thing. The third thing is the power to give hope when there's none. This is such an amazing thing in Jupiter in 12. If your Jupiter is well positioned, it's got all the perfect things there. You have the power to connect. Say if your friend has just lost his job, so you went there, you're a good friend, you went there and you say, okay, you can do this, you can do that, you can start to change, probably you can look for jobs, probably you can start your own business. You're trying to, with the best or the most sincere effort that you're trying to help your friend. However, it doesn't pierce through, it doesn't just get through, right? Why? Is because some of us don't have that quality. But Jupiter the 12th, they have such a natural thing. They are storytellers. They are great. They have great mechanics to put through whatever they are trying to say. The way they convey the matter has such power in it that anyone who's in a state of despondency, grief, melancholy, sorrow, despair, whatever things, very sad, they're grieving. They are totally dejected. In whatever situation they are, when these people talk, they will listen, right? So if you have Jupiter in the 12th and if you have such a thing, if it's well positioned, it doesn't have any malefic affliction, then you do have this, okay? I would suggest you should go into more helping people, do it as a service, okay? So yes, that's the fourth. And the last, this is the third, and the fourth is your sense of balance. No one can sort of change the way you think. Okay, even though you are at the position, you have a very active lifestyle, you have a good relationship, your business is well, your health is perfect. You have such things going on, but you're not bothered with what people are saying. Okay, you have a well balanced view about life. Okay, you're not easily flattered by what people say, or you are not discouraged by what people's negative comments are. You strike the perfect balance. Okay, and the last is spirituality. I don't know if it's an amazing thing or not, but if you have this, then chances are you may not follow, or you may be a bit curious, or you may not really accept certain things in the way your faith is. Doesn't matter what faith you are. You don't like the idea that it's an organized religious understanding of God. God is is this how God would look like, or this is how you should perform the liturgy, this is how you should connect with God. Probably you have problems in that area. You are like, God is something personal to me. It's very, very personal. I would like to seek God. So you become a seeker. As such, Jupiter in the 12th gives a person amazing powers of spirituality. They may start their life as a religious person, but eventually they'll end up as a spiritual person. So these are the 5 amazing things, guys, when you have Jupiter in the 12th. So Keshav, I hope you like the video, and I'll continue. If you guys like it, I'll continue this series. So thank you once again. Take care of yourself. Namaste.